The Pasco EDC 2024 Leadership Award celebrates individuals in economic development who have had a remarkable impact on Pasco County and our community. Ted and Avis Phillips have built tremendous careers, all while giving back to their community. The late William Ted Phillips Sr. founded Phillips & Jordan in 1952, and over the next 67 years, the company has grown into one of the best heavy civil and road contractors in the country. Its Pasco County location was established more than 25 years ago and is now the regional headquarters near State Road 52 and Interstate 75. Avis Phillips, prior to joining the Phillips & Jordan team, founded and ran Avisco for 30 years, employing hundreds of people and securing numerous high-value site development and environmental remediation contracts, and was honored as one of the top Department of Energy contractor companies in the southeastern United States. Together, Ted and Avis were an integral part of the Pasco Master Reuse Project, utilizing a portion of their property, 4G Ranch, to create 133 wetted acres to replenish Pasco County's water supply and create biodiversity through a partnership with Pasco County and the Southwest Florida Water Management District. Please enjoy this special tribute from their family and friends.
You know, the legacy that the Phillips family have created here is one of very large shoes if someone ever has to fill them. But their philanthropic work, their generosity, their hospitality cannot be equaled. And it's the way they were 30 years ago, and it's the way they are today. And we're very proud to be, affiliated with that type of class.
They really show the true meaning of family. All the different functions and all that they've had for many, many years, they've actually reached out and welcomed people in their home. And that's tough. That's hard for a lot of people to be able to do. But from the first time I ever met them, I felt like I was part of their family. And they did that to everybody.
They work with Lincoln Memorial University, and they focus on getting scholarships to people who want to be nurses in Pasco County. They pay a lot of attention to Pasco County. One of the best examples I can think of is the building they built, 52 and 75. It sort of stood out like it didn't belong there initially, but what they did is set the tone for having a really top-notch building for the future.
When they built their corporate center in East Pasco County, they brought together scientists, engineers, professionals, and Avis was pretty specific that she wanted a building that was close to the interstate, that was recognizable. She was very instrumental in the design of the building itself, but they're providing so many opportunities for so many people, and many of those were Pasco County residents.
One of the first things I learned about Ted and Avis was the work that they've done around the country in helping with these natural disasters, the Katrina cleanup and the 9/11 especially. They cleaned up Hurricane Andrew, which affected my family in Miami greatly. But one of the things that I think is so special about Phillips & Jordan is that they've had employees stay with them for 3 generations. So to me, that just tells you what a special couple they are and what a special company it is.
All of our workforce at the time, the majority of it, were out of the mountains of North Carolina, and I'm out of the foothills of North Georgia that got to see the mountains every day, so we got hill hungry and moved the whole division to Pasco County. We use Zephyr Hills because it's known for its water, and later in our life, we got into water treatment business in the oil and gas space, so using Zephyr Hills, well, down here we're associated with pure water, maybe we're a little something special.
What a lot of people don't think about is post-wastewater disposal, and during the wet time of the year that has to be stored in some capacity. And the Phillips family with that 4G was interested in being a part of that project in terms of the ecosystem becoming much more beneficial to the central Pasco area and Pasco County and the state of Florida as a whole. So I think that was critically important for them to be part of the master reuse plan to be able to store that reclaimed water during the wet time of the year.
The water here in the aquifer moves to the northwest, and what we have not far from here is Crossbar Ranch, which is a well field that they use in Tampa Bay water for pumping water. So what they do here on the reclaimed water very much helps that aquifer and helps the water issues we have in our region around Tampa Bay.
This has been a great project for Florida, really, so we're very grateful for their offering of their property.
Daddy was about family. And every Sunday afternoon, he'd bring all the grandchildren, there were 8 of us, home with him. And the competitions would begin. Who could run the fastest, who could throw the ball the fastest, who could shoot the best basketball. He loved competition. And I do think that was part of his success. He never felt defeated. He was ready to compete. The slogan, Proven Solution, was lived during those years.
My parents' work ethic, there's always been a sense of urgency to get things done, especially on my dad's side, because, you know, being a subcontractor growing up in his business, he was always out to please and bring a work ethic and a work force that felt the same way he did. So between my mom and my dad, they both had that sense of urgency.
The one word that I would use to describe Ted would be gritty.
Very savvy businessman.
Bold.
Innovator.
Strong,
Entertaining.
Integrity.
fearless.
And one word to describe Avis is kind.
Unwavering.
Graceful.
Very intelligent and tenacity.
There's nothing Avis Phillips couldn't do.
Her strengths complemented his strength, and together they were very strong, family-organized individuals. So.
Oh gosh, I think if there was ever a power couple, it would be those two.
Very gracious.
Trustworthy and generous.
Leadership by example.
Fire and gas, and it can be very explosive.
Most people that have met Ted and Avis would describe them as generous and personable, but they are fearless, and it shows up in all aspects of their life.
Daddy always said to me, Lisa, take the high road. And I didn't really know what that meant, but we all as human beings can get stuck. You just take the high road. He did. He always took the high road.